We all have some friends who love to get afraid and so always enjoy watching horror movies and series and even while playing games. Today, we look at 10 best horror games you can play on Android and iOS. Our pick of the best mobile horror games ranges from classic to titles that'll creep into your dreams at night and are definitely not suitable for the faint-hearted. So without further delay, here's our best mobile horror games for you to enjoy. Starting off at number 10, we have Bear Haven Nights, developed by Sunray Games and inspired by the Five Nights series. The game features the classic jump scares and eerie scenes that made teddy bears and mascots the stuff of nightmare in today. The game requires more than just your reflex and observation in order to survive. Unlike Freddy's, this game encourages players to interact with their environment. Activities like fixing electrical circuits, answering the phone, doing routine rounds in the vicinity, and so much more. Another feature that separates it from the franchise is its ever-expanding levels. The game now has a total of 8 nights, more characters, and locations. If you are a fan of Five Nights at Freddy's survival horror game, then you are surely going to like this game. Next up at number 9, we have Siren Head. Siren Head is a hostile, cryptid base from the urban legend. You play in the first-person perspective in the shoes of a forest ranger, who received a tape from an anonymous source and is given the mission to investigate. The goal is to search for clues and examine items around the area to locate the missing hiker. Overall, the game is regrettably short and limited in interaction, but the atmosphere and sound design keep you playing the game. While it could do well with more content, the game is enough of a good introduction to the scary monster. Coming in at number 8, we have Death Park, another first-person horror game on the list, and the game turns you into a young man being chased by a dark clown. Using only your logic skills and being stealthily as you move around the city looking for clues to escape the horrible creature. These clues will help you move through each scenario, but beware, because the clown is closer than you think. He can discover your location at any time, so it's important to pay attention to your environment and background music. Certain sounds may alert you of your enemy's presence. Overall, Death Park is sure to keep you on your toes as you try to escape from the terrifying clown. Next up at number 7, Smiling X-Corp. Smiling X-Corp is an action-adventure game in which you play the role of a video game developer working on a horror game. You come to find that your boss has a plan and your goal is to escape the office without getting caught. You'll have to interact with all the items in the game and save anything you think might be helpful. The game features a ghost mode that allows you to explore all the rooms safely without being discovered. But if you're looking for a little more excitement, the game also features a survival mode in which you have to solve puzzles while keeping a watchful eye out for the boss. Overall, the graphics and controls are decent, and if you haven't noticed already, the game has a few details reminiscent of the We Happy Few. At number 6, we have Antarctica 88. The game takes place at the station Antarctica 1. As a part of a 4-man rescue squad, you come to find and explore the reason why your father's expedition stopped communication. The goal is to explore, find clues, and solve puzzles and try to get out of the ice alive. There are multiple endings and the outcome will depend only on your actions and decisions. If you're up to any challenge and think you can open all the endings and uncover the whole story, then this game is surely meant for you. With decent graphics and good storyline, this game can easily eat up hours of your time. Coming in at number 5, we have Hello Neighbor. This is a survival horror stealth game wherein you find yourself moving into a new house across the street from a mysterious neighbor who is behaving weirdly and seems to be keeping a secret in his basement. The goal is to break into the neighbor's home and solve a series of puzzles in order to gather items needed to unlock his basement without getting caught. The game can be played with a controller which feels just as good as the original. It does have a little janky controls which takes some time getting used to, but with over 10 million downloads, this is by far one of the most atmospheric puzzle games in mobile today. Moving on to number 4, we have Granny. This is an indie survival horror game and a spin-off to the Slendrina series. The game features an unnamed protagonist trapped in a house needing to solve puzzles while avoiding Granny. The house currently has 6 floors, which includes a garage and 2 attic areas. There are 2 options to escape, either by removing the locks on the front door or by repairing the car in the garage, which requires an additional set of items. The game features multiple difficulty levels. On practice mode, Granny is not present and you can freely explore and figure out how to escape the house, while the nightmare mode adds a bloodier texture to the surfaces and overall improving graphics. The game has good graphics, controls, and gameplay mechanics and is worth trying out if you haven't done so already. Now at number 3, we have Dark Pursuer. Dark Pursuer is a horror game where you try to escape from an abandoned building full of dark secrets. You start the game in a hallway and do everything you can to escape. The goal is to explore and look for elements that can help you advance. You will encounter locked doors that require keys or dark rooms that needs flashlight. The game gets more difficult the longer you play, so it's important not to waste time when you're trying to escape. Run through walls and find what you need if you don't want to fall into the clutches of a monster hot on your heels. At number 2, we have Metel. Metel is another horror puzzle game where you wake up to a dark room locked in a cage by some maniac. The goal is to look around in an attempt to find a way out. You will need a way to hack the terminal and locate the secret room to escape. The maniac will hear your every move and will return to check on your cage. He starts to electrocute you when he finds something's not in their usual spot. You will need to go back to your cage every time he checks to avoid suspicions. The game is currently in early access and only has 3 acts to play and unlock, but overall, the gameplay is thrilling and graphics are excellent and it's definitely worth checking out. Finally at number 1, Endless Nightmare. Endless Nightmare is a 3D terror ghost game with realistic graphics and scary sounds combined with a puzzling storyline that takes you into a creepy yet exciting world. You take on the role of James, a police officer whose wife and daughter was murdered by an unknown killer. The goal of the game is to find lots of items and clues to help you figure out the truth about the case. During your exploration, you will need to keep your eyes open and immediately run if you meet her, or find a good hiding spot to get rid of her. Of course, you have a chance to fight back by collecting parts of a taser gun and assemble to shoot her and buy yourself some time to hide. But don't be taken lightly because she will revive. If you can stomach a realistic and creepy horror ghost game and have the guts to overcome your fear, then this one might be up your alley. And there you have it, guys. I really hope you liked this video, and if you're new around here, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe as we upload videos every week. Thanks for watching. As always, keep it here on Alternative Gaming.